What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Medieval Engineers. When we left off in the last episode, I finally found some flax and planted it. Though, I'm not really sure what's going on with planting. I don't want to say that I have a bug or anything yet, because I don't know that I do. But I've been looking it up online and stuff, and trying to find kind of tutorials, which there aren't really a whole lot of, on how the farming mechanic actually works. Like, how many in-game hours does it take? I did read a discussion on Steam with the dev, or at least one of the moderator dev people, and they were saying that it usually takes at least one in-game hour for them to grow. Now, I get that I planted these at the end of the last episode, right? So these probably aren't going to be ready. But I'm still surprised that the pumpkins aren't then, because I planted those a while ago. Like, that was an episode or two ago, and if you're doing an episode that's 30-40 minutes... I mean, math. I know the last episode was me doing math wrong, but, I mean... one in-game hour, 30-40 minutes apiece, a couple episodes ago... I would think I'd have pumpkins. So, like I said, I don't really think that there's like a bug at this point or anything. It's probably just either a setting or... I don't know. It's probably either a setting something or something I have set up wrong, or I'm not waiting long enough, or the time is different because of my time of day. I have no idea. However, this poses a slight problem when you consider that I need rope for both of these recipes. Other than, I could go find more flax seeds. Yeah. Though, at least I know now, wherever it is, that this rope produces 5 per 2, and you get one of these per 2, so I would need 4 to make 10, if I'm doing my math right this time. Yeah, no, 2 makes 1, so no, I would need 8 to make 10. I need 4 to make 2 of these, because it's 2 apiece. See? Math. So yeah, I really want these things to grow, because that would actually give me a lot of them, and I wouldn't have to go chase them all over the place. However, I don't know that that's actually going to be the case. And I did also look at doing I was kind of looking for the watering can, or the fertilizer, or the something that makes them grow. Like, what step am I missing? And I can't really find one. There's the plow to till the ground, the seeder to plant it all, and then the harvester to pick it all up. And by hand, manually, it's the plow to till the ground, the seed bags to plant it, and then you're supposed to, once the plant grows, walk over to it, press F, and you harvest it like anything else. So, yeah. I don't really know. Don't really know what that's all about. So, we have a couple of options. One being we could actually work on building some stuff. I kind of wanted to get the research out of the way before I really started, kind of like finding a place to start setting up shop, right? Though, after these two are done, I still have more... These both unlock something else, so I still have more stuff to do. Mechanized farming. Where's mechanized farming? There. Yeah, so, no, there's no, watering can or anything like that, so I really think either one of two things. I just haven't waited long enough, or there's some kind of bug. And it's kind of, in my opinion, a little too soon to tell, to be quite honest. Before I go running off scavenging for more flaxseed, though, I should probably make more of these. Let's see if I can get 2. because my food's a little low. So I would like to have it not be low. Is it... What's... Okay, hold on. What's happening here? Okay, there's one. Oh, I guess it just didn't have any room for it. Let's move the cabbage then. It doesn't need that recipe anyway. Boom. Alright. Let's eat one of those, put that back, and we're good to go. Alright, so we're gonna try... I don't know. We're gonna try over... this way, maybe? So... yeah, and that's the, oh, there we go. There's one. Hello. Pick it up. Thank you. That was actually a lot easier to find. It was just like sitting right there. It was like, okay, hi, how are you? Are you an herb? You're an herb. But yeah, let's see map-wise. Let's see where we're at. So we've got a little bit of a open area there. And kind of out into this way is more open plains. Because that's the thing, you need kind of like open plain type thing. Oh, there's a large rock. That's interesting. That's the first one I've ever seen that was just sitting on top of the ground. Most of the stones and stuff are all little ones. But yeah, the open grass plains and stuff seems to be the best place to find the flax seeds. So, or I keep saying seeds. Honestly, it's from Minecraft or Feed the Beast. Actually, there was flax seeds in Feed the Beast, and so that's what I keep calling them. But it's actually like flax plants or straws, I think, in this. Actually, if I'm being technically correct. So let's see. I need at least 8, right? To do the one recipe, but the other one was like 15, I think, if I remember correctly. So that one, I would actually need... let's see, it's 5, so I need another set, so I would actually need 12, I think. Oh, there's another one. Yay. These are quickly becoming my nemesis, though, that it's like, everything else seems relatively easy to find. Flax? I'm like, man, why is it so scarce when it's needed for everything? I think that's the thing. If it wasn't needed for much, I wouldn't mind it being scarce. Or if it's some, like, high-level, diamond or something, that makes sense. The more rare something is, the more important it is if it's useful for something. But when it's, like, commonly used, well, it should be commonly able to be commonly found, kind of thing. And like this, you see wheat and the pumpkins and the herbs and cabbage and all that stuff. Like, they're relatively easy to find. You find patches of them, kind of thing. And it could just be my luck, my terrain gen, my world spawn, whatever. So like I said, it's hard to find. You just never see big patches of the stuff. It's never like there's like 4 at a time or anything. Yeah. This game really does that to me all the time. Like, I feel like it's listening to me. And I'm like, I can never find this. Turn around 4. And you're like, okay, fine, just make a liar out of me. See if I care, But it always seems to do this to me. For instance, I can never find more than 4 in a pack of flax. Like, there's never ever more than 4 in a bushel type thing. Anything? Okay, now you're gonna make a liar out of me again. See? Now it knows I want it to do that. So now it won't do it. It's out to get me, guys. It really is. What is this stuff? Is this harvestable? Oh, berries. Okay, cool. Berries and sticks. I don't really need the roots for much. And I also seem to have a lot of them all the time for some reason. Don't really know why, I just always seem to have a lot of the roots. Okay. Yeah. But see, like I said, I did find a big patch of them, admittedly, and I have 8. Let's see, if I need 12 and I have 8, so I need a total of 20? If I did my quick math correctly? To do both recipes, or both advanced thingy-mabobbers. This isn't gonna have any over here. I feel like we're getting more into the mountainy area. Do I have... I don't have much room. I was gonna say I could chop down one of these big trees and get some logs, but... I don't really... I should have unloaded my stuff into a chest before I left. I really wasn't thinking I had that much in my inventory, to be honest. Apparently I did, though. Okay. Now would be a good time to find some more flax. Just saying. It wouldn't, you know, hurt my opinion of the game any if I found... See what I mean? It's listening, man, I swear. It's listening in on my conversation with you guys. That's... I don't know how it's doing it, but it just is. I didn't realize that literally... I've been running all over the place. I've been mining them from the rocks or the... trying to get iron, all this. I really have never seen just large stones sitting on the ground like that before. That's really interesting. So apparently, you could do that earlier than I did in terms of your researching priorities. You would just have to find a mountainside like this where they're just sitting out here. Huh. Well, now that's interesting. I do want the large stones, but I don't want to keep this many. It's fine. As long as I don't chop down any trees or anything, I should be fine with my inventory. I just need to find more flax. How much do I have? 9? 9. I need 11. I need what I have and 2 more. You can do that, right, game? I mean, it totally can't. It'll never happen. I'll never find that much. It's never around. I never see any that many. I never see that many in one thing. Where is it? Where is it? It's usually right about that I say something like that, that then like at least 1 or 2 pop up somewhere. Yep, there's 1. Ah. It would have been funny if they gave it red thorns, though. Blue flower, red thorns. That would have been pretty hilarious. Actually, I did hear another suggestion for finding it was turning off or turning down all the way, whatever you want to call it, the foliage to where none of the grass was covering anything up, and then you could basically just kind of like what we're seeing right there and there with like the what I'm assuming is pumpkins and wheat. You know, it would just look like that all the time, and you could basically just quickly scan for plants, and I was like, that's not necessarily a bad idea. But, so yeah, that was kind of that's kind of an interesting thing. I really wish that wasn't so hard to find, though. Or, here's my other thing. Even if it was harder to find, or, you know, more scarce, or more rare, or whatever, then I'd like it to not be used so much. Like, to need 4 to make 5 rope, but then you need 10 or 15 rope or something. It's like, it forces you to need a lot of something that, personally, I have trouble finding. I don't know if that's everyone's experience or not. There might be people out there that are like, no, I find it all the time. It's all good. Like, it's, you know, you can just find piles of it, you know. And, I mean, if that's the case, that's fine, because then it's just isolated to my world gen. I just got an unlucky roll, and, you know, it happens when you're dealing with procedurally generated stuff. You know, when things are randomly generated, it's random. So you can have times where you get really lucky, and not so much. So if that's not really a game issue and it's just my role of the world gen, that it just didn't take kindly to me with my flax seed generation, or flax straws, plants, whatever, then that's not something I can really complain too much about, other than just me as like, oh, I hate this world. It's not really like the game's fault. But if that's something that everybody's like, man, this is just so rare, or it's hard to find, then it's either kind of like keep it rare, or don't, make it so useful. That kind of thing. Like, or don't do both. Don't make it rare and super useful. It reminds me of, I know a lot. I feel bad referencing every single survival game to Minecraft, but it just kind of popularized the genre. Like, I won't even go as far as to say it was the first one like it, because I don't think it was. I always get confused on which one came out first. I can't ever remember if Terraria was first or not. I feel like it was. It just wasn't as, like, global phenomenon kind of thing that Minecraft turned into be. And I think that's the thing, is a lot of people see something as the first, but most of the time it wasn't the first, it was just the one that made it popular. Whether it did it better, whether it advertised better, who knows. But typically when something does really well and successful and all that kind of stuff, it's rare for it to be the first. It may have changed something, may have put a unique spin on it, or had done something different that the genre, that kind of thing. But like, if you actually look back at release dates and things like that, it's highly uncommon for something that becomes uber popular and things to be the first thing, unless you hit the nail on the head of it's never been done before. But in gaming, especially nowadays, pretty much everything has been done in some way, shape, or form. Now, a lot of stuff will have a different coat of paint, or it does it a little differently in a different way, something like that. But if you strip it down to its core mechanics, a lot of stuff is the same. Some of you know that I've been working on a novel for a while now, and that's one thing I learned when I started researching, like, what should I do, and how do you do a book, and what's your first step, and what's the process, and things. Because I've always been, even as a young kid, I've always been pretty gifted with, like, imagination and story kind of thing. Like, I never had a problem coming up with characters and storylines and interesting things like that. But I'd never really tried to write it before that way, like an actual readable novel that people would want to read. And so I was like researching stuff and things like that. I found a couple courses on, not like college level, but like, the Udemy type stuff where you just want to learn things, about marketing and stuff like that. And one of the things that I ended up running across was a kind of a running theory amongst authors, successful authors too, not just random crazy amateur people that never did anything, but like really wow, Cabbage Patch much. I mean, I was looking for flax. See, I want a flax field like this. Why can I never find flax like this? I don't use cabbage that much, but I find a ton of it. Do I find flax like this? No, I do not. Anyways, enough about the flax. Actually, we're not doing too bad. I've been I probably should have, like, skipped and just found some more and then gone back. Otherwise, we're not going to make too much progress this episode. But I just kind of have been in a very... I don't know if it's because I haven't been recording. Like, you guys know my personal stuff that went on with the family and things, which I do appreciate everybody's comments on, condolences or... sorry to hear that, all that. That's much appreciated kind of thing. But yeah, so maybe it's because I haven't recorded. I'm making up for lost time. I don't know. I am really tempted to start doing a podcast again, just because I've seemed to have been far more talkative lately about various different things. Typically it had to do with game development and the behind the scenes of what some of the projects we've been working on and stuff that aren't YouTube related and things, but hence, I'm talking about my book, that kind of thing. But anyways, coming back to the theorem thing, one of the things that got mentioned was there are no new stories. And at first, you really have to kind of wrap your head around that one, because you're like, no, you're seeing all kinds of new stuff, and, you know, new books, and new movies, and things. Now, granted, like, when it comes to movies anyway, like, 80% of them are not original, and they're obvious about it. You know, just the fact that they're all, like, remakes and reboots is one indication. But no, it was a concept that at first I was even kind of like, how so, you know? And they're talking about not like, you know, character X does XYZ or something. It would be like not saying that Darth Vader or something wasn't an original character. They're talking about like archetypes and stuff like that, like, you know, if you take names out of it, if you take design, like take his metal suit and his breathing apparatuses and all this stuff out of it, and you just look at him as a hero fallen to evil type character, well, that's been done before. You know, that's what he's talking. That's what the idea is talking about. That concept of it's been done before is if you break it down to its most simplistic concepts and take the unique factors away of what makes it an identifiably new character or new story, and look at just the progression, just the kind of story it is, a revenge story, a romance story, a hero tale, those types of things. When you break it down to its most simple form, it's been done before. There's always some kind of thing that's been done. And game development is really no different at this point. Now, when game development was starting, it was, because it was starting. So it wasn't the same thing as storytelling. It was like there was the first-person shooter. There was the first racing game, you know, that type of thing. And so in the early stages, yeah, you could actually say, well, it became popular because it was the first thing. But nowadays, nah. Everything's pretty much been done on some level, on some way, shape, or form. Now, I will say combining features to make a new feature it's still something that's like, you know, that overall has probably been done in some way, but it makes it unique. That's where it gets to, it feels different in this game, or I like the way they executed that better, or something to that effect. You know, it's something like that, where it is still unique to that game, and it does feel better than maybe the way another one did it. But again, if you take it back to its roots, it's not really different. And I guess that was a very, very long rant on that topic right there. I could have just said that, I guess. So, my bad. Like I said, I've been in a kind of chatty mood lately. I don't really know why. It could be withdrawal from, like, recording everything in a week, and then home by myself for, like, a week. Not really talking to many people. You know, the dog, he listens well, but he's not a very good conversation piece. He doesn't really, like, communicate. You know, other than, rah, I want out, rah, I want food, rah, I want treats, rah, you know, yeah, you know, he doesn't really, you know, understand some of what I talk about to him sometimes. So, anyways, like I said, I'm tempted to do a podcast series again, because okay, the reason I say that is because the last week of returning to my standard recording schedule, I'm pretty sure like 5 out of the 7 series that I do fell victim to what's happening right now. Which is, we didn't actually get a whole lot done for like, okay, we're back on our normal schedule and now we're able to do things and take the time, whereas last week was crunch everything together so that, you know, when I wasn't able to record, you guys would still be seeing episodes. But this week, it's like a return to form. You're like, okay, now you have time to work on this. You can take your time. You can do a little bit more grind work, you know, that kind of thing. And it just seemed like I would be babbling about something. I'd be talking about something, and then, oh, look, we're out of time for this episode, you know, that kind of thing. So it was kind of one of those, like, yeah, I don't really know where that came from. But okay, so let's be careful about this. We're gonna do 2, right? That gives us 5. We'll do 2, and that gives us 10. So let's do 10 of those. Done. Alright, that's one recipe. 2. I don't really know why I'm taking time with this, because... I mean, like, I only had what I could afford to do with it, so... I don't really know I was being very careful. I guess I just really didn't want to overuse it. And it needed 10. No, that one needed 15. Whew! Okay. Not crazy. Good. Okay, well, not in that one anyway. Do I have more large stones? Actually, I need more metal pieces for that, too. Which one is this? Defensive stonework. Jeez. It's expensive. Okay, so I'm gonna need my axe. We're gonna throw the 15 in there. Where did my iron go? Can I do the... No, you can't do the Minecraft right-click while holding. Okay, we'll just throw that in there. That's fine. I have more metal pieces here. I have a timber there. I could probably use that. Do I have any large stones stored away? It's all dirt. Oh wait, no, I have a stockpile for them, don't I? Aha! Success. Okay, actually, I do need to reorganize here though. Okay, let's just eat that. I think I'm low on food anyway. And then we'll throw... Nope, didn't need to do that. Oh, I don't have room for this stuff. Crud. Okay. That works. So now I just need the timber. I do have a stockpile for timber. Let's grab that. Stack size is 5. I need 10. Okay. Oh, right. I'm just in my crafting thing. So that's 5, and that's 5. Perfect. Which means I need 2 slots. Wait a minute, how am I supposed to do this? Okay. Am I just not getting something? Like, can I I'm confused. I don't need the stone. Never mind. I was really confused there for a minute. My head was stuck on this one of needing stone, and I was like, I can't do that. Okay. Whew, that was weird. Alright, there's that. We'll grab... Nope. We can stack you guys together now. Okay, so what else do I need for... Oh, wait. Let's check this one. Advanced mechanics is... Ooh, we're getting research heavy here. Iron hammer. 10 iron. 10 rope. More stupid frickin' rope. Ugh. Timber. Okay, fine. We'll work on this one. Wait, what? Hold on. How does this not make sense? How does this make sense? Max stack is 15. Okay, I guess I just didn't click on it right. I was like, wait, hold on. This doesn't make sense. Okay, so we got that. Got that. I just need a few more, like 7 more metal pieces. Metal. What does the iron hammer require? 2 and sticks. We might as well just make that while we're here. That gives me 10, so that's plenty. Let's make it a hammer. I wonder if I should make an iron axe since I just gave up my other axe. Highly efficient at cutting logs. Yeah, let's go ahead and make an iron axe. Why not? What? That was weird. It's like, don't give me an ABC, an already been used axe. Okay, so we got that, we got that. So we'll put that there. We don't really need that. And boom. Now, what did that Oh, right. Defensive stonework. That unlocked battlements. Oh, crap. I just made an iron hammer. Actually, I don't know if I don't have enough large stone to do that. What does this give me? Unlocks battlements. That's all it does. So that's something we can wait on, I guess. Locking, catch blocks, torsion, spring, and weight. Advanced mechanics. I haven't even been using basic mechanics yet, so... Catapult, rope ends, rope drums, hand crank wheel. And this one unlocked stone cube, drawbridge, and portcullis. Okay. Can we take a look at some of these things? I think they're going to be in this screen. Banner workstation. Is it in here? Like the portcullis and all that stuff? Or the cube? Claim. Oh, a stone claim block. Intriguing. I don't see... It's gotta be... It's gotta be in the workbench then, right? Maybe? Spinning wheel, smithy, we have all these. I wanted to make sure I had all the crafting tables and stuff available. I don't see this stuff anywhere. It's gotta be in one of these other places, right? Smelt iron ore to ingots. Oh, that's the furnace, never mind. I thought that might have been new. Rope eye plate. Nope. I was hoping it would tell me what it does. Okay, so where is this stuff then? Where's all this portcullis and whatnot? Oh, there's the rope drum. Hand crank wheel. Catch block, catapult bucket. Wheel. I don't see anything about the portcullis, though. Landscape stake. Landscape stakes can be placed in the ground or on blocks. When they are connected together with ropes, they will form a plane that can be used with a shovel to create level or sloped ground. Planes are formed from triangles or squares. Any shape with more sides must be broken into more basic shapes. Interesting. So that would be a... I mean, it is a landscaping stake, so... You know, I was going to say it would be a good landscaping tool, but... It's kind of apparent. Alright. Am I just missing this? I might just be missing it. Oh, there's stone cube. Okay. So it's got to be in here somewhere. Palisade, diagonals... Wooden... Oh, drawbridge, wooden portcullis. Okay, there it goes. Wooden gate. Palisade gate. Okay. But yeah, basically what I was getting at was, I know that after we build a certain number of blocks, the barbarians start coming after us, so I wanted to get as much of the research done as I could to build up an actually defendable place, rather than building like a huge house out of this kind of stuff and then having them just run through and tear it down. So that was kind of why I've been focused on researching, and again, I kind of apologize for this turning into a visual podcast, is essentially what happened. And we did gather all the flax and we did upgrade things. It's just, that was like it. We didn't really get a whole lot else done, so that's my bad. Like I said, actually, I mentioned this in my Space Engineers one. If you guys actually are interested in some kind of podcast, these are the kind of topics I'd be talking about. Like, I don't feel like my channel and stuff is really the place to do anything really, like, podcasty, like, oh, we're gonna do a news podcast and talk about things. No, I set up like a gaming and media and entertainment channel, so I'm gonna be talking about like games, movies, books, things like that, projects we're working on, series we're working on, things that I like about new games or new games I'd like to be playing, things of that nature. I'm not gonna be getting into like crazy things that some podcasters, like, that's what they do, and that's fine. It's just, that's not what I set up a channel to do. I don't care. So yeah, if that's stuff like what I kind of babble on about in my episodes, if that's something you'd like to hear about, and not have it infect my normal Let's Plays, let me know. But I think that's going to do it for us for this episode. We're going to wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.